Hello everyone, welcome back to Lay's Secret Kitchen. It's me Liz and welcome back. So today we're gonna do some banku or sadza with some smoked mackerel. Interesting, isn't it? Right, so let's dig right into the video. And now I will start off by washing and cutting off my mackerel. So I'm getting rid of the grills and everything, washing it out, making sure that everything is nice and clean. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. Okay, so I will repeat the process with all the meat, and then now I'm adding some lemon juice onto my fish, and then I'll wash it off. So now onto my natural spice. I'm using half a tablespoon of fennel seeds. I'm using half a tablespoon of coriander seeds, green onion seeds, 1 tablespoon of black pepper. I'm using a tablespoon of onion granules, mixed herb, and my thyme. And then I'm gonna use my mutton pestle to grind that coarsely because I don't want it finely grinded. Okay, so I'm gonna grind that. And then so today I just decided to just put my fingers into action. Okay, just activating my fingers. Okay, so I transfer that into a bowl, and then I'll move on to my wet ingredient. So I've got 3 scotch bonnet, I've got some ginger, some garlic, some parsley, some chives, some rosemary. So if you don't want pepper, you can just take that out, or if you want it a bit mild, you can just reduce the pepper to 1.5, or you can add more to it if you want it more hot. Okay, so I'm adding some lemon, and I'm adding extra virgin olive oil. Okay, and then I'll grind that all together. I don't want it finely grinded, so if you see that, it's like I'm crushing them. Okay, so you can use your blender if you haven't got your mutton pestle, that's fine. Okay, so I add that to my natural spice, and I'm gonna mix it together. Add some more lemon juice, add some extra virgin olive oil, so until I get the consistency that I like. Okay, so I'll add some basils in there, and then I'll add some paprika powder as well. So I'm add my seasonings and my salt too. So I'm gonna leave all the ingredients down below in the description box, so don't you worry. So I'll go ahead. If you don't like lemon juice, that's fine, you can skip that and just add water to it. Okay, but I recommend that you use lemon juice. It's really nice when it goes with your fish. Okay, so now I'll pat dry my mackerel. Okay, and then I'll give it 2 cuts on each side of the mackerel. Okay, so that we can insert all that marinade in there to get it a very proper infusion of the marinade. Okay, so that's what I'll do, and then I will go ahead and rub my marinade on my mackerel. So make sure that I cover it in the inside of the outside of the mackerel, and then thread it in the cut and everything. So I'll make sure I'll do all that. Okay, so one thing about the marinade, it smells so good even before it has been even in the oven. It's already smelling so good. Okay guys, so you got to try this. My god, look at that, the fish are looking so good already. Okay. Oh dear. Oh, I love food. I love good food. Okay, so yeah, there you go. So I'll keep on with the process until I cover all my mackerels. Okay. So now I've finished rubbing my marinade on my mackerel. I'll go ahead and cover it open, let it sit for half an hour. So now onto our banku or sadza. We're using some corn dough and some cassava dough. Okay, so the dough is basically fermented. Okay, so I'll add some water, and then I'll make sure I'll mix everything together to get a fine smooth consistency. I won't do it too liquidy because I don't want my banku or sadza to be too soft. so I want it just right there, not too thick, not too watery. Okay, so that's it. So I'll go ahead and add my salt, and then I will stir it together, and then I'll put it on fire. So at this point I will keep on stirring it continuously until my dough or until my banku is thickened. Okay, so I will go ahead and keep on stirring until it thickens. So when you get at this point where it starts forming up, when it starts forming and it starts sticking up, you've got to be very careful at this point, because if you don't stir it properly, you're gonna end up having a lumpy banku or sadza. We don't want that. So you keep on stirring that, and then press that like to the wall of the saucepan, you know, as I'm doing it right now, so that you can have that smooth, nice dough. You can see that now. So I'll keep on stirring, and then after I get to this point, I will add a little bit of water depending on how you want it. Okay, and then I'll cover it up and let it cook for half an hour. So after half an hour, this is our sadza. Our sadza is basically ready. Okay, so now I will keep on stirring it. So now I'm showing you to let you see there are no lumps in there. Okay, because we don't want that. So after that, I'll go ahead and wrap up my banku. Okay, so now let me show you how. So onto a plate, I'll put a clean film, and then I'll sprinkle some water, and then I'll scoop my banku on there. So I'll gently pull the ends together slowly, and then swirl it round slowly. You got to be careful you don't burn yourself, so you can just dip your palm in water just to give it a barrier between the banku and your palm. Okay, and swirl it round slowly. So that's all done. So now onto our mackerel. Okay, I've got my crisper and my baking pan or my baking tray. That is very nice because I've got that, and then I've got a tray underneath. Okay, so I'll go ahead and cut some red onion. I've got about 5 medium size of red onion on there. I'm gonna roughly cut them into any sizes. It don't matter in regular sizes, because we're gonna bake it together with mackerel. Okay, so I've got my bell pepper as well. So if you don't want any vegetables with that, you can skip this process, but I really do recommend that you add the vegetables with it, so you can have it with your mackerel. It tastes so good and nice with it. Okay, so I'll go ahead and chop my veggies. So now I will transfer all that onto my baking tray, and then I'll go ahead and add my seasonings, my parsley, mixed herb, white and black pepper, and then some extra virgin olive oil, a sprinkle of it, and then rub it in and make sure it's evenly distributed on all my vegetable. Okay, now I'll go ahead and put my mackerel on there and bake it for 20 minutes. So after 20 minutes, I'll give it a flip. Okay, and then make sure you stir your vegetables. Okay, you don't want your vegetables to be burned. Okay, so I give it a stir and then pop it back in and bake it for 5 minutes, and then get it out of the oven again. Okay, now I'm just brushing my mackerel with some of the marinade. You don't have to do it, but I just did it because I just got the fish out, so I said let me just do it. Okay, so now, oh, I'm telling you, today I'm just doing everything traditionally. So I've got my earthenware bowl, which is like basically a grinder. I've got 3 scotch bonnet, some 1 large yellow onion, and then some salt and a bit of stock cube. Okay, so I'll grind that together until it's nice and like smoothly blended. So that's the consistency I'm looking for. Okay, so today I'm getting my palm and fingers active because we normally use the blender, which I feel like I'm losing that skills. So okay, I'll go ahead and blend that, and then now I'm adding my tinned chopped tomatoes. You can use fresh tomato if you have one, but I didn't have enough fresh tomatoes, so I decided to use a tin one. Okay, so I'll add a bit of salt to adjust to my taste. Okay, and then that's done. Our red chili sauce is done. Go ahead and add some sliced onion and some sardine and a bit of my fresh tomatoes, which I chopped on there. Okay, now I've take the mackerel out of the oven, and then now I'm gonna take out my vegetables because it's cooked enough for me. I don't want it to soggy and mushy. I want to bite into them as I want it always. So I get it out, and then I will flip my mackerel over, flip it, and then I'll put it back in the oven and bake it for another 10 minutes. So there you have it, family. After 10 minutes, oh gosh, our mackerel is looking scrumptious. Oh my, the smell is so amazing. So now let's go ahead and serve our sadza or banku. There you have it. Oh family, you're gonna love this. You got to try it. It's so amazing. Okay, I'm not just exaggerating this, but this tastes so good. So I'll go ahead and like get some of my red sauce on there, and then add my vegetables there, and then put my mackerel in it and put some on top of my mackerel. Okay, oh my, the smell is insane. It tastes so delicious. Okay, so there you have it. It's nice, simple and easy. Okay, Tina, safe. So there you have it. So look at the mackerel. It's nice and juicy and moist, okay, and it's a little bit crunchy on the outside, not too crunchy, a little bit. So there you have it. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, share and subscribe. Let me know your comments down below. Okay, thank you. See you in my next video. Bye.